So we just want to take you through the slides, and I know that you have looked at them.
好，我知道大家已经看过这一张幻灯片了，但是请大家注意它。
And I saw some people are even familiar with your topic already.
我相信有些人其实对这个内容其实已经很了解了。
So that's good, and that will help while you're working with your partners.
很好，这样的话你可以帮助你同组的学员。
We just want to give you some background as to how and why we did it this way.
那我只是要让大家了解为什么我们这样子做。
So you can see all the topics. You have those on your. If you look at slide 1.
好，第一张幻灯片上面所有的内容。
Right. For our students, a lot of these topics are new because we don't have as many. We don't have as much ability in our area to use all of these technologies.
我们有些学员呢，他的第一张幻灯片的内容没有这么多，因为他们所处的地点可能没有这么多的选项。
Where we live in New York State, we live up near Canada in New York State.
我们住在纽约州的北部，比较靠近加拿大。
And a couple of these, like the wind and the solar, are very popular.
那这个风力发电跟太阳能发电是很流行的。
Some of our students live right near some of our wind turbines and solar.
我们有些学员他就住在这个风力发电机的旁边。
So these are the topics our students would receive. These are the topics that you received.
那就是大家收到的这个内容其实会有一些不同。
And thinking the whole project, at the end, the students like you would present all their information to a class.
那这个执行完毕之后呢，所有学员会跟大家做这个报告。
So some of the first slides you see give a guide for what we expect from the students.
那这个上面会告诉大家如何来进行接下来的工作。
For example, when they are presenting,
譬如说当你在报告的时候
their slides should look very professional.
你的幻灯片要看起来非常的专业
and not distracting.
不要就是不要乱七八糟的。
Right. So we look for bulleted notes of information.
我希望大家就是有重点。
We want the words or symbols to show up very clearly.
我希望就是说所有的内容标题要很清楚。
And if there are animations or transitions, they are the same all the way through.
如果有任何的这个动态或者什么东西的话，那每一张幻灯片都要用一样。
Our students are very tempted to make it very entertaining instead of act with their audience.
所以要跟你的对报告的人跟被报告的人要有这个视线的交换。
At the top, do they know their content?
第一个就是你到底对你要报告的内容了不了解
？Are they speaking with good volume?
那你们讲的这个音量够不够
？Do they have good posture, or are they kind of
你的
slumped over?
姿态好不好
Do they care, right? And then for the audience, for you,
那对于听众来说
how well are you listening to the presenter?
那你对报告者专不专心
There's also opportunities you will see for extra points if you give extra information.
如果你会加分，如果你有多出来的报告，就是比较多的报告的话，你可以加分。
If you look at slide 4,
你们看第4张幻灯片。
So of course, as we do research, we have to give credit to the people who made the information.
当你做研究的时候，你必须要对原来的研究报告的作者要让我们知道他是谁。
So we expect our students to cite their work.
所以你们做研究报告，你们的这些内容的来源你要注明。
And sometimes with websites, it's hard to find all of the information.
那有些网站它不会有所有的这些内容。
But we know that we can find a title and a website at least, so we can give some credit.
至少你会找到这个网站 的名称跟这个标题。
And you'll see at the end, there's even a chance for extra points if they find a book.
那我们会帮你加分，如果你有找到真正的这本书。
Which now for, of course, our students seems a little unusual.
那因为现在不是很多人会喜欢看书啊。对。
Along with that, on your slide 5,
那第5张幻灯片
you'll see that because this is a big project,
因为这是一个很大的这个活动，
we tried to break it down into small, manageable pieces.
那我们把它分段成一些小的阶段。
And for you today, to save time,
那今天为了节省大家的时间，
we're going to break it into 4 pieces for you.
我们会把它分成4段。
And our students would normally take a couple of days to do this.
原来的课程呢，我们的学生是要花2天来做这个事情。
But because you are such good students,
那因为大家都这么优秀，
you will have it all done by 12 o'clock.
我期待大家在12点以前就会把这些全部做完。
No problem.
没有问题了。
So
you have 37 minutes.
37 minutes. Here we go. Ready?
大家有37分钟。
We think that you will have enough time as we go.
我相信这个给大家很多时间。
So I know that you want to work, but if you can give us a couple more minutes here.
大家进行之前，先听我讲完啊。
So, can I have your attention again quickly?
请大家停下手中的事情看，请大家听我。
So, I think as I'm watching you go through this,
我在看大家进行当中呢，
that you are already kind of seeing what to do.
你已经了解说要做什么。
However, one of the pieces we want, remember, is short bits of information.
那我要大家就提供短的这些讯息。
And on every slide, you'll see there's a spot for a graphic.
那每张幻灯片上面都有给大家留空间，让大家可以做图表
or a video
或者是影片，
or something visual for the audience.
就是让这个听众可以有更多的内容。
You will need to find where it is found, where your source is found in Taiwan now.
你要了解说你这些来源是哪里来的。
And if it's not, where is it found other places in the
如
world?
果不是在台湾找到的话，那是在哪里找到的？
Where it can still be established in Taiwan.
那还有台湾哪里还可以再做这个？
And again, if there's nothing coming for Taiwan, which I think there is, then if there's other places around the world that you could use as an example.
如果台湾目前没有的话，那世界上其他地方哪里有？
And again, maps or pictures would be very helpful for the audience.
地图或者是图表，那对这些对听众的了解都有帮助。
Those 3 slides, 7 through 9, are for one of the participants.
幻灯片7到9是给你们小组的其中一员。
That's all you do.
这
And you're done.
你只要做这个就好。
Right. So just to jump ahead a little.
好，我要往前面跳一下。
But to remind you of the breakdown.
所以这边是所有的内容。
So one of the things you will do in your group
所以你在小组里面要做的事情，
is decide who does what slide.
就是决定谁要做哪些。
Okay.
就指定小组的人员要，比如谁做7到9，谁做10到12，谁做14到15。
Other information is how much electricity your energy source will generate.
那另外一个就是你要，我们要你的 你的这个报告里面要知道说，这个地点会产生多少的能源，
compared to other fuels like coal and oil.
跟这个化石能源的比较，
How much it costs to use that electricity.
那这个使用这个能源需要花多少钱？
A question about the Taiwan Power Company
有关于这个台电，
and specific to your energy source, how much of your energy source is used by the Taiwan Power Company.
也就是说台电在使用哪一个能源用多少？
So that's someone else's information. Then 14 and 15, advantages of yours.
14、15有关于优点的部分。
And this is a tougher slide. There's a lot of information that you could find.
这个幻灯片的内容比较艰难，
Along with the disadvantages.
还有就是缺点的部分。
And then finally, the last person would use or talk about carbon dioxide and how it affects climate change and acid rain.
最后一位是要讲这个二氧化碳的内容，还有这个酸雨。
And then also some other chemicals like sulfur dioxide
氮
and
化物、硫化物跟氮化物。
Okay. Oops. And then really one of the big ones is where students can go if they want to pursue a career or how in your energy source.
那另外一个议题就是你可以去哪里来继续学习有关于有序能源的这个问题。
And at the end, this is one we would reflect upon so the students could share about that.
好，所以这个是我请各位学员到时候要跟我们报告。
And then a couple that aren't assigned on the deadlines, but are things for each participant to consider, is anything else that we don't ask you could go here.
那任何我们在幻灯片里面没有要求各位的话，是在这里这一张是第19号的幻灯片。
So every single participant is invited to add extra information for extra points.
每一位学员都可以利用最后这张幻灯片的内容，可以增加你的内容，然后你还可以加分。
And then one last thing that you would do together is come up with a conclusion answering these last few questions.
那最后一项你们小组里面要做的就是要对这一张幻灯片上面的问题做出结论。
When we assign these topics to our students,
当我们把这些项目交给我们学生时，
when we do this project with our students, we may choose to be very intentional about which student is assigned which sustainable energy source.
我们在进行这个内容的时候，有的时候我们会挑选学员来就指定学员做这个项目。
If I have a student who struggles with learning,
如果我有一个学员就是对学习的内容有问题的时候，
I will assign them an easier topic.
那我就会给他一个比较简单的项目。
They can find a lot of information easily, and they will not become frustrated.
那如果选了这个选项的话，你能够研究到有关这个议题的内容，就很容易得到。
If I have a student who finds school easy and they need an extra challenge,
那如果有这个比较喜欢挑战的学员的话呢，
I will assign them a topic which is more challenging for them to find resources.
那我会给他一个比较复杂的项目，让他们来进行。
I know that they can use the extra challenge and this will stimulate them.
那当他们接触这个比较复杂的议题的话呢，对他们的发展会比较好。
On the other hand,
那另外一方面呢，
if I have many students who learn around the same, No one really struggles, no one really excels.
如果小组的学员大家都差不多，
I might let them randomly choose their topic.
大家就抽签的方法来决定。
What did you get?
你拿到谁？
Geothermal.
所以这肌肉动就是地热体。
Okay? Or I may use a different system
或者
like
呢
we're going to use with you today.
或者我们会用这个新的方法。
Can I have this? If you look in Google Classroom, you will now see topic assignments. Make sure it has a 2.
第3项的选项 ，Google Classroom 第3项选项，但是你要确定这个后面是有个2这个数字。
This is the quick adjustment we had to make today because we had students who were absent.
那这是我们今天因为有人没有来，所以我们今天这是我们今天做的调整。
Yeah. I don't know why it's not. Let's go to. Why? Where is it? I tried out my phone and it worked. Try again. Didn't close. Go to the screen for a minute. And try that. Didn't it say topic assignment? Scroll up a little bit. It didn't do it. Okay. Are they missing? Is it missing from their Google Classroom?
那个你有没有看一下是不是他们这个都不见了 ？Thank you。
This worked?
你们看得到这个是
Does
吗？
yours look like this?
跟这个一样吗？
Okay, good. So we had to eliminate many students.
我们必须要把没有到的学生拿掉，
So this happens.
所以
So to communicate to our students which assignment we have, we may use something similar to this. If I have 7 students in my class, each student would get 1 topic.
如果我有7个学生的话，那每一个学生会拿到一个项目。
But maybe I have 21 students.
如果我有21个的话呢，
So now these 3 students all have that same topic.
那就会有3个学生拿到同样的项目。
This is how we created the labels for your folders.
那我们这个文件夹上面的这个贴纸，
So your participant number is the number you see here.
就是这上面的号码。
And the topic you see should match the topic you've been assigned on your folder.
那你们被分派到的项目呢，就是根据这个座位表。
Let me check to make sure we did okay.
那我要检查一下，看我们
Participant number 20, raise your hand.
20号学员请举手。
Okay. On your folder, have you been assigned concentrated solar power?
你的文件夹上面是被指定是做第6项吗？
Yes. Good. So this works for us to assign each student a topic to be sure we have all of the topics researched and presented in our classroom.
我们用这个方法来让每个人都有固定，都有正确的这个项目来做报告。
I could have participant 20 research the entire topic and stand in front of the entire classroom and deliver the presentation for the entire research.
我可能会请第20号学员到台上来介绍这整个项目的内容。
So that's one technique. But another technique to save time
这是其中一个选项，另外一个选项就是为了节省时间的话，
is to divide the responsibility among 4 people in a group.
那就是把这个所有的选项呢分配给小组里面的4个人。
So to save time today,
那为了节省时间，
this is the technique we chose.
我们就用这个方法。
And this is why your table tent says 1, 8, 15, 22.
所以为什么你们桌上的号码会写1、8、15、22？
So these 4 students work on this one topic
对，4位学员
and divide the responsibility of the due dates.
所以4位学员会研究同一个项目，然后把分工合作，每个人做不同的部分。
Can I have you click on the student template? So this is how we determined, slide 5. This is how we determined that one participant would do this section, the second participant, the third participant, and the fourth
所以小
participant.
组的每一位成员就是其中一位做7到9，另外一位做10到12，然后14、15、16、18这样。
Having students work together in a group
那
adds another dimension to collaboration.
让大家分工合作呢，就是可以培养大家合作。
So instead of one person responsible for research and presentation, it makes them work together, which is a valuable life skill.
所以，与其让一个人做全部的工作，不如让大家一起来分工合作。这是一个大家可以学到的经验教育。
I want to check for understanding. Is
我要看看大家了解不了解我刚刚讲。
one of the ways that we check for understanding with our students is we have them discuss in a group what they understand the task to be.
那其中我要看学员了不了解我们讲的内容的话，其中一个方法就是让学员互相讨论这个项目的内容。
So we would have them discuss, we think that we have this topic, we think we need to research, we understand we need to divide the responsibility for research among us.
所以当学员互相讨论的时候，他会了解说，这是我们要讨论的项目，那我们是要研究什么东西。
And then we will need to present our research to the other groups.
然后我们要把我们的报告做出来，然后向另外一个小组报告。
So instead of me repeating this, the students would discuss that together. They would choose one spokesperson,
所以小组里面的成员要互相推选一位出来做报告，
and they would communicate that back to me.
然后这一位学员会跟老师反映。
So I would expect them to tell me instead of me telling them again.
所以不再是我告诉你，而是你们来跟我说你们有没有了解。
I feel as though today, perhaps we have enough understanding among us already.
那大家目前了不了解？
Are we, okay, do we understand the task at hand?
那大家了解吗？了解的话，给我一个这个大拇指，就是赞。
Are there any groups that are confused? I need
有没有
help.
人不太了解还是不太懂？
Okay. So one of the things that we'll do, let me have your attention,
大家注意这里哈，大家停下来，别人大家停下来。
because, may I have your attention?
请大家注意这里。
Because we recognize that 20 minutes is not enough time for research.
当然我了解这20分钟不够大
As
家
a
去做研
teacher,
究。
we will adjust.
那
We will let you continue to do research after lunch.
所以作为老师呢，我会开始改变，所以我会让大家继续做到就是吃完饭，
Okay?
好吗？
So nice.
非常棒。
So, at this time, we want you in your group to decide who will be responsible for each section and dive into your research and create your slides so that when we come back from lunch, we can share those slides between our team members and be ready to present.
所以我要你们小组呢，就是推选成员出来，就是执行各项的内容，然后制作你们的幻灯片，然后到时候呢吃完饭回来之后，你们的幻灯片可以成型。
You're welcome to begin your work.
你可以开始。